Everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to do confetti overlay to a live video recording in Flutter Android application using CameraX and Media3 effect. So let's get started. So first, inside main.dart, so I have created a Flutter project using Flutter 3.32.0. so you have to use Flutter 3.32.0 or higher, otherwise you will get a lot of Gradle issues when you try to run your application. Second thing which I want to tell you is for displaying the camera for live video recording as well as applying the confetti overlay, I am not using any third-party library. All of this is done via native code. And third is like once the video has been recorded, it has been saved to external storage. Okay, now I am able to play the video through external storage, but I have also trying to play the video through the video player package of Flutter, but somehow it is not able to play it. So I am facing that issue, but anyways, that's not the point of this tutorial. I'm just making it clear at the start of this tutorial so that I don't disappoint anyone. So first, let's get started. So first you need to go to main.dart, and here I have imported dart.io. Then here is our my camera view file as well, which I have created over here, and this should be your project name. So here you can see my project name is FlatApp over here. So you will have to write your own project name over here. Then you need to import material services. Now this is boilerplate code which is present by default, so I have not changed anything. Then here is our my homepage widget, so it is a stateful widget. Then here I'm just checking if platform is Android. Then by default it is false. For all other platform it is true, the camera permission, because in this tutorial we are only concentrating on Flutter Android. Then here we have this camera permission where we create the method channel. Then if platform is Android, we get the camera permission. Here is our get camera permission method where we invoke a method called get camera permission, and if we get the result, we just change the value to true. Then here inside build method we just create a scaffold, and if is permission granted, then we create a safe area passing our camera view, else we just display a text saying give camera permission. Then we need to go to my camera view.dart file. Sorry, before that, in pubspec.yaml, here you can see I have added video player as well as chibi for playing the video. Next, coming back to my camera view.dart, here you can see I have imported dart.io material services, video player as well as chibi. Then here I have created a stateful widget. Here again I have created a method channel for camera view. This video URL is empty at the start, but once you are done with the recording, this video URL variable will get updated. Here is our video player controller, here is our chibi controller as well, and inside dispose we just dispose our controller as well as chibi controller. Then here we have this build method as well, where if platform is Android and video URL is not equal to empty, then we just display a container by passing the aspect ratio as well as chibi. Now this is the part where I'm not able to play the video, I don't know why. Else by default the video URL is empty at the start, right? That's why we are displaying this Android view. This Android view will display your live camera view as well as the record button as well. Okay, and here for all other platform we just have a placeholder. Now once this Android view has been instantiated, we get a callback. So here you can see we are assigning this callback to this method. Now here we are listening for this send from native, which will send the video URL of the captured video from native Android side to Flutter side, and we just update this text over here. Then inside set state we initialize our controller, we add a listener, we set the looping to true, we initialize it as well, we initialize our chibi controller, and then we assign the text to our video URL. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Now this is the error which I just wanted to show you when I try to play the video. If you have any clues on what am I doing wrong, do let me know in the comments, but I'm not able to figure it out. Anyways, let's come back to the Android code. So next you need to go to Android folder, you need to go to app. Inside app you will see this build.gradle.kts, and here you need to add dependencies, inside which you need to add camera core, you need to add camera 2, you need to add camera lifecycle, camera view as well, camera video, then Android X camera Media3 effect, which is still in alpha at the time of me recording this video, then Android X Media3 effect as well, then Android X constraint layout as well. Then you need to go to main activity, and here you need to add all these imports which are present. Okay, And before that, sorry, one more thing, go to android manifest.xml and make sure you add this usage feature of android hardware camera permission, write external storage permission, as well as record audio permission. Then here is our main activity. So inside this we have this particular variable where we pass the camera as well as record audio permission, and if android version less than equal to p, we also pass the write external storage permission. Here is our method channel result as well. Here we override on request permission result, and if request code is equal to request code permission, and if all permissions are granted, then we send back true, else we send back as false. Then here we have one method just to check whether all permissions was granted or not. And then here we override this configure Flutter engine, where we register our Flutter engine, and here we just pass my camera view factory. Okay, so here this is a kotlin file which I will show you shortly, and here is our method channel for requesting the camera permission as well. And here we just request the camera permission, and once the user grants the permission, we come over here. Okay, so now coming back to this my camera view factory. So this is, if I come over here, you can see this is boilerplate code. Again, this should be your own package name. You can get your package name from main activity. So this is boilerplate code which you have to write, which is present by default, so don't worry too much about it. Like even I have copy pasted it from the documentation. So yeah, feel free to pause the video and just copy this code. Important thing is, here I'm instantiating my camera view as well. So this is a separate kotlin file which I have created. Now before we see my camera view, I have created one more kotlin file called confetti overlay.kt. Now again, this should be your own package name. Now I'm not like, I have just copy pasted this from the Android documentation. I'm not an expert in this, like, to be honest, I don't really understand this, so I am just going to scroll through this file. Feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like and just copy the code. So I'll simply scroll through this. So here you can see, and here we are passing all the special characters which we want to display inside our confetti. Okay, so you can change this to whatever you feel like. Rest again, it's only, so here like I said, you can pass whatever characters or symbols you want, which you want to display inside your confetti. Again, I'll simply scroll through this file. Feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like and just copy this code. Again, I'll just command S to save. Okay, command S to save. Okay, sorry. Then coming back to my camera view.kt, again, this should be your own package name. Now there are a lot of imports. Feel free to again pause the video and just copy all these imports. Then here is our video capture, here is our recording as well, here is our process camera provider, here is our camera executor service. Then here we instantiate our constraint layout. Here is our preview view, as well as here is our button. Then this is the method channel for camera view. Then here we define two variables, file name, format, as well as tag. Then here we say get the layout params, assign it to a constraint layout. Then we generate a constraint set. Then we constrain the camera view to all sides of the screen, but from the bottom we leave a margin of 200. And here we constrain our button to bottom of the screen. We add a click listener to our button. We call setup camera as well. Here we start our camera, we initialize our camera executor, then insert capture video. We get hold of our video capture. Button dot is enabled is equal to false. Here we get hold of our recording. If that is not equal to null, we stop our recording and make it as null. Then here is our simple date format as well. Here we use this content values by passing the display name, mime type, and if Android version greater than p, we also set the relative path. Then here we have this media store output options as well. Then here we start our recording by checking the audio permission, and if the recording has been started, we change the text of our button, and once it is finalized, and if we don't have any error, then we just display a toast message. Here we get the URL of the saved video. So here we just called copy video to app cache. Now here you can see this is how we are sending the URL back to Flutter side. We shut down our camera executor, we unbind our camera provider, we close our recording, we make it as null, and then we just change the text of our button as well as is unable to true. Then here we just have this helper method which I have copied it from ChatGPT, because if you see over here, the URL which we get is in form of content :/ something like that. That is not a proper video URL. Only in native Android XO player can play that particular kind of videos, but this Flutter video player I don't think will be able to play it. That's why I have copied it to app cache, but still I'm not able to play it. I don't know why. So if you have any suggestions on this, do let me know in the comments. Then here we start our camera, we start our process camera provider. We get hold of our camera provider, we assign it to camera provider, we initialize our preview view, we initialize our recorder as well, we initialize our video capture, we get hold of our default back camera. Then we do use case group dot add builder, add preview use case as well as video capture. Then here we initialize our Media3 effect as well. Then here we create this immutable list dot builder, adding our Confetti overlay, and we set the effects to it as well. Then we unbind our camera provider, we bind it to the life cycle, and here we override get view by returning the constraint layout, and here we override dispose by shutting down our camera executor. So yeah, that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments. But now let's see the output first. Is the output. Now again I've recorded it, so I'll just give the camera permission, audio permission, and here you can see it is displaying the camera view. So I can so here you can see the confetti has started appearing. Now I have clicked on record video, so it has started recording it. I have stopped it as well. Here you can see we get the toast message with the video has been recorded. I'll just move it back a little bit. Here you can see I'm not able to play the video, but the video has been captured. Now what I will do is I'll just go back to the files app just to prove it to you the video is playing properly. So here you can see the confetti video is playing properly. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.